We started in 2014 as a hobby. Now it turned into a full-time job, 7 days a week. Named it after my two oldest grandsons, Braden and Landon. That's where the B&L came from. So keeps me busy, and I'm kind of retired, but I'm not. But I like to deal with people and make it affordable for people to take their kids fishing. That's the main thing. My big dealer is Nicholas. He's out of Maryland. And then I do Triple S. They're out of New York. They're the number 2 and number 3 biggest tackle dealers. So I handle with those guys. And then I have a lot of small guys that I buy stuff from, like Outlaw Bait. He's a little guy, so I buy his stuff. And Freaky Frank's a little guy out of West Virginia. I buy his stuff. And my fly fishing line is Stone Creek. That's a mom and pop out of Colorado, so I handle all of their rods and reels and everything out of Stone Creek. So basically those are the ones that keeps me going, those 5 companies.
Retro bassin', kicking some ass and wearing rayon jackets. Thinking about Bill Dance, watching these fish prance through my Ray-Ban glasses. Ain't nothing better than 40-year-old lures coming off of Zepco 33. Out on the bass boat, making beer cans float, doing some trespassing. Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin'.
Welcome to Retro Bassin'. Well, me and the crew were up in Somerset County, Pennsylvania for a couple days unwinding and unplugging. And we've got some fishing missions coming up here, but bait and tackle is a little bit hard to come by here in the mountains. Fortunately for me, I'm standing in front of a old school mom and pop tackle shop. Wait till he goes by. Fortunately for me, I'm standing in front of a old school mom and pop tackle shop by the name of B&L Bait N Tackle LLC. And this has got to be one of the coolest at-home tackle shops I've ever seen, and quite possibly the smallest at-home tackle shop I have ever seen. So we're gonna be jumping inside. We're gonna be checking out the tackle selection of this little shack. Man, there is so much in there, it is crazy. And we'll also be talking with owner Mark Weigle, who is gonna talk about the history of this really cool tackle shop. Stick around.
It's a lot of trout fishing in this area because I have probably 15 trout streams within 5 miles of me here, 10 miles of me, that are premier trout stream. A lot of wild trout, so that's a big thing. Fly fishing's really well, and we have a big delayed harvest, which is a Keystone Select stock stream, so that brings a lot of fly guys, and it's a couple miles of water. But the whole little hill stream is all good fly fishing, and probably 15 other ones around the area. Plus we have 2 state park lakes. Little Hill Lake is a big one. It's stocked good with trout, and Cooser is another one. It's full of trout, bass, everything. So yeah, but mainly fly fishing up here. Of course, I get a lot of the bait fishermen too, and the spinner fishermen. Up here, if the water's good, it's good year round, clear through winter. Yeah, if we have water in the streams. So, but. First part of April, May, until it gets real hot. But now it's starting to get good now in September, so fly fishing will start good again if we get water.
So what do we have on the wall? So what's Freaky Frank's?
Freaky Frank's is a little business out of West Virginia, makes all kinds of rubber baits. His signature is like a little devil tail on his worms. That's his signature.
Oh, and that is a teeny tiny, beautiful little worm.
Yep, and he makes all the jig heads and everything to go with it. So I handle 2 or 3 sizes of his worms. He also does a bass tube.
Ooh.
That are really nice.
Oh, and that's a finesse. Is that like a little, what, 1.5 inch tube or 2 inch tube?
1.5, I think, yep. Little finesse tube.
So finesse is the key up here.
Yeah.
So Freaky Frank's, that is amazing. So
yeah, he's a really good guy. He's just a little guy too, so we like to support each other. That's fine.
By the way, I love the nail pegboard holes. That's how you do it, man.
Simple and easy, buddy.
Simple and easy. So there's the tail you get a look at this. So that is a neat little. Okay, so how would you fish a Freaky Frank's?
One of his jig heads, or anybody's jig head, it doesn't matter. He has his own design.
Oh, that's. Wow, look at that.
And then there's a float that goes with it for all the guys that do the steelhead fishing and everything. Here's a really...
Oh, so he's got the whole system.
He's got the floats and all. Yes, sir.
So is this primarily a stream setup?
No, lake, stream, anything. Steelhead guys, I love them. Because this float will fish you completely vertical underneath, the way it rigs up. So your bait is straight up and down.
Oh, that's great. So that's a very unique float. It's almost like an old school fill float.
Yes.
And so that's it. You got the baits. And so basically you've got that. How far below the float will you rig the bait?
Just depends the depth of your water. You know, how deep you need to get it down there. 1.5 feet, or just depends the depth of your water. Yep. That is all you need to do, the depth of the water, figure that out. So.
All right. Now above that, I see some. So first off, is this indicative of the kind of fish that we have? What kind of trout's that?
Yeah, that is a native brookie trout caught in 1987.
By who?
Me. In
Yeah,
a
buddy.
stream about 2 feet wide. We were fishing for creek chubs to go pike fishing, and I caught him. Didn't know he was in that stream. Yeah. So, and then below him hangs the world famous rooster tail that everybody, that's the main lure probably for trout that everybody wants, is a rooster tail.
And that's the size. So is this the 1/8 ounce? Quarter ounce, actually.
Yeah, 1/8 and quarters is the sizes around here that people prefer.
Okay, and are those the main colors up here?
Yep. Your greens, your yellows, your blacks, your silvers, whites. That's main colors here. Anything looks like a minnow in the water.
And then below that, so this is a cool spoon.
Yeah, so these are Thomas lures, and they're famous for the Colorado spoons. But they also make 100 other different lures too. And they make a spinner too.
Wow. Okay.
Bunch of different spinners. Yeah.
And what will these guys catch? Just about anything that swims in that creek?
Anything that swims. Yep, pretty much.
Now, will you throw these, I guess, on a light spinning gear?
Yes. And a lot of guys will jig them deep and ice fish with them too.
Okay.
Use that as a jigging spoon for ice fishing. Yeah. And probably my number one for steelhead is this blue and silver color, but in the next size up that I do not have right now. But that's the color steelhead like for some reason.
Ooh, and that's a little, so that's the 1/8 ounce there.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the 1/8. They do make them bigger. This one's quarter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's an 1/8 ounce and the quarter. I feel like I've thrown the 1/4 ounce little Cleo probably a little more often.
Yeah.
That's a great little ultralight deal.
It is. It's good for bass and trout and a little bit of everything, yeah. So, it don't matter. We'll put them back. Castmaster is a big one. I don't know for steelhead, but for trout around here. And the guys that fish the lake prefer the big, heavy ones.
I was going to say, that's not a little 2
so they
foot
can
stream
get it
deal.
way out there. The stream deals are more like this one. More like the quarters. But guys that fish club ponds and lakes like that, great big ones, so they can cast it way out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the
old phobia, yeah, it's just a fish-shaped lure.
This is one of my favorite ones from Acme.
Yeah, you use that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's pretty cool.
That's a good looking
The
one.
blue and silver, that's a real good one. Blue and silver.
So I'm noticing a really finessey theme with every bait that you've got so far.
Yes, because of the skinny water, the water's not real deep, the stream, so you don't want big stuff to spook them, you know what I mean? And natives are really spooky to begin with, so you don't want something too big.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's this guy?
This is the Hustler.
So I think I have seen that. I haven't fished this one too much. So this is a little more of a wobbling lure from, is it Lord Jensen?
Yep.
That makes it?
Yeah. Yep, Lord Jensen. That's a popular one in this area. And then you have Panther Martin. That's the old school original color right there, black with the yellow dots.
Yeah. Well, I like the Panther Martin because that blade will never hang up on you because of that design. It will just keep spinning and spinning.
Yes, it does. Yep, you're exactly right. So after 11 years, I figured out what they wanted. So this is the famous trout magnet. Everybody loves them. Basically, fish at just like the Freaky Frank.
Under a float?
Float,
okay.
Yeah, under a float. They make their own floats, trout magnet.
Oh, they've got that little, so you've got the whole...
They got the little foam.
That's super cool. You've got the system. So basically, if people see something, they can get the whole deal.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I like the big pack of floats.
And then they can buy them in kits, too.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just, keep what they ask for. That's what you need. And then here's one in a crayfish pattern.
Ooh.
Trout magnet in a crayfish pattern.
Oh, so it's got... Yeah.
Yeah, it's crayfish instead of the little worm.
The old trout slayer for $9. That's actually really good. So your prices are actually really good, man.
I have to keep them low because I don't have the fancy name on the building. People won't pay the big price without the name. It's ridiculous, but they'll go into Dunham's or Dick's and pay twice for it just because the store has the name. So...
All right, so this is an old school spinner.
The old CP swing.
So how old are those baits on the peg? Because I didn't know they still made these.
Yes, I can still get them. They still make them.
So where is this based out of? Because I saw this in
he was
Braceville, Florida.
Where? Yeah.
Okay, that's super cool. So that's an old school
And
French
my
spinner.
company out of New York handles them still. I can get them from Triple S.
That's a great package, by the way. And that's kind of probably indicative of what you could do up here on a lake.
Yep.
Nice little canoe.
Yep. Exactly. This fella here is a local guy down in Bedford County. They make a bunch of rubber baits called Boozer Bait Company, Badass Baits.
Ooh. That actually is a badass little color.
Yeah.
That's like a morning dawn / methylate kind of deal.
Yeah. They target a lot of crappie. The smaller ones are targeted to crappies, but they do make a bigger bass one. And he makes a bigger one yet, but I don't keep the big ones too often.
Boozer baits. That's cool looking. So would that be on a little jig head too, or would you fish that on a drop shot or something?
Yeah, either way, however you prefer. Yep.
Very nice. I like those.
And then they make some micro stuff for ice fishing too. To tip your ice jigs and stuff.
Oh, that blue. Let me see that little blue
yeah.
guy. Oh my goodness. That's probably like the smallest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like a mouse tail, like kind of like a wax worm.
What size hook would you need for that?
Probably 16, maybe 18.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, those are basically, targeted for the crappie fishermen and the ice fishermen, these little guys, because they would tip a spoon with that or just a jig head with those guys. And got little legs that move on them, so they look like they swim,
Oh, that one's it does have like 4 little legs on it.
Yeah. It's like that one little microscopic
So where's
animal.
this fellow based out of?
This is Bedford County.
Okay.
About 40 miles off the mountain.
Ooh.
Boozer Bait Company. Yep.
Now, who is making all of these trout worms? The eggs.
Yeah, that is Outlaw Bait Company. He's out of West Virginia, too.
So what's so cool about this is you're a local shop, but it's nothing but local baits in here, which is
pretty much
awesome.
Yeah. We try to help each other the best we can.
So now, is this an artificial egg?
Yep. He makes that. Is that a cluster you have there? Yeah, and then he makes them in a single, too.
All right, so I had a question. It's not much of a historic trout fisherman. What is it about the actual eggs that trout want to eat? What do they think it is?
Trout egg when they're spawning. It's the real trout eggs, yeah.
And they'll eat their own eggs, basically.
Yes, they do. Exactly. They eat their own eggs. Yep.
Now, what color are natural trout eggs? Do you have that one?
This is a natural. This is a natural.
Oh, so naturals and a couple of different deals there.
Yep. Depends on the fish and the time of the year. Like here's real. brown trout eggs.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
So that color's right there. Yeah.
When I'm flying out of here, I probably wouldn't want to put that in my carry-on, huh?
I don't know if they'd care or not. You know?
If that breaks, you got some problems on the old Southwest.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah,
And then what are these guys?
those are an egg pattern he makes with the egg veil on them.
But is that a fly?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
All his eggs are scented with real steelhead eggs.
Okay.
Because when he catches steelheads, he keeps the eggs and renders them down, puts them in the scent in all of his eggs. Yeah.
Outlaw tackle. Awesome.
Yep. He's a cool guy. Yeah, he does nice work. And he makes the minnows.
Ooh.
He also makes the little minnows.
Oh, super finesse.
Yep.
Man. That almost looks like a micro-size Lunker City finesse fish.
Yeah. Looks like a gulp minnow too.
It does. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of got that look to it. But that's, a little 1-incher?
Yeah.
Inch and a half, maybe?
Two. Yeah, 2 1/4.
It says 2 1/4, but it maybe just thins out at the tail. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, real good trout.
And he's got some that are pre-rigged, which
Got
is kind of
some
cool.
that are pre-rigged. Calls them a hover minnow. It's his
Because my
own.
eyes are old, I can't rig something that small, so that's
It's
perfect.
his own jig head that he makes and everything in there.
Ooh.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Then he makes a worm. The pink bubblegum worm is the #1 selling worm in the world.
Okay, I
for
think I
bass
saw
or
this
trout.
in your video. Tell me about pink. Why do you like pink?
The fish love it. That's why I sell so much of it. I can't say that I've ever caught any on them, but people love them. Yeah, that's cool stuff he does there. My steelhead guys ate these things up. They tore them things up for me. I sold a ton of these for steelhead guys. The clusters and then those, they sold really well for me. So
You've got so much packed into this place. It's amazing. So what? Wooden bobbers. Tell me about that. That seems old school to
That's
me.
a big thing here. They're hard to come by, but guys love them, and I'm lucky to buy them from the manufacturer. One guy makes them, and guys like them because they can throw them out. They cast really far. So that's something that's been around since our grandparents. And they're hard to find, but I do keep them. Yep, 3 sizes of them.
Tell me about how you rig that up.
A lot of guys do it different, but a lot of guys will put a snap swivel on, and then go from that with their leader to the depth that they want on it. Or you can use them as a slip float if you want to.
Oh, that thing, you could kill somebody with that.
Yeah, you can wheel them out there, yeah.
And so, but it's got the same buoyancy.
Yeah.
But, wow.
And a lot of the old
Who makes
guys,
these?
I get them from Nicolo's, but he buys them from the guy who makes them. But they're actually packaged under his name, under the name.
And also,
Nicolo's.
so for $1.30, that is going to be a lifelong, as long as you don't snag it on a tree, you're never going
Right.
to break that.
No, you ain't gonna break that. Some of the older guys,
Case in point.
get another eyelet and put in the other end. So then they tie here to the rod and here to their leader, but then it lays flat on the water.
Ooh, you know what? Actually, or I bet the red fishermen on the coast,
Yeah.
they'd love that.
Yep.
Because that thing could cast a mile.
Yep, that's the idea of them.
Well, I will snag some of these on the way out. Those are great looking.
Yeah.
And you got a couple in the pink and then the large. So
Pink
it's
and
small,
orange, yeah.
medium, and large.
Yep.
I wonder how heavy that large. I feel like, is that like an ounce or two?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. They do cast nice.
You could break a window with that.
Perfect for kids too. Instead of a plastic float, like you said, you can't break it. They can bounce it off the bridge or whatever, but helps them cast better. You know, a young kid lets them really throw it out there. And if you're pan fishing, I've got.
So you're just
butterfingers.
testing them for me. I like it, Mark.
If you're pan fishing, you know, a little kid, this is perfect for a little kid. Off the dock or whatever.
See, you are a salesman. You're just selling it, doing the brake test.
Wow,
It ain't breaking.
Yeah, it won't break. They won't break. So, yeah, they're pretty cool.
Oh, that's
They're
awesome.
hard to come by though. So I'm lucky to have them.
I see some spinnerbaits up here. So
Oh,
you got
yeah.
a little bit of bass gear.
Oh, I got there's a good bit of bass gear hanging here. Here's a box of frogs and a box of crankbaits and stick baits. And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I handle that stuff too.
And then I see some Rebels, that's all?
Yep. And then some plastics and bigger bass plastics and stuff.
Holy smokes, you
Yeah,
this is
crayfish. Yeah, crayfish.
HD, okay, that's
Yep,
cool. Company
HD.
have not heard
Tackle
of.
HD. Yep. Yeah,
Still looking baits?
Yeah, they make all kinds. Of course, the little twister tails
Yeah.
for your crappy guys in that. Tackle HD. Yep. That's all. Here's the really cool ones.
Oh yeah.
Those things are awesome.
Ooh, that's a good looking bait too. Look at that.
Yeah, crayfish. And they're a hollow rubber, so they feel real when they grab it. You know what I mean? They do feel like they're real. But yeah, I handle the Rebels.
Big Rebel guy, look at all the Rebel stuff.
Yep. A little smaller stuff for around here.
That's my one, the old Crick Hopper. That's probably one of my favorite Rebels.
That's pretty cool.
Now, do you sell the Helgramite at all?
Yeah, I'm out of them, but I do have the Helgramite. But this one is what? Fire Tiger.
Yeah, it's a little track down minnow, I think.
Yeah, so here are the
Oh, the jointed Rebel?
yeah, the black and the black and silver and the blue and silver are the hot ones in this area. For trout or whatever else you want to fish for them, but the trout like the black and blues.
Oh, and I even see a jitterbug hiding back there too,
Yeah,
huh?
there's the blue color.
Yeah, so now that's actually, I've caught a ton of fish on that exact one.
Yep, that's the big seller.
Which, by the way, it's $6.25 cheaper than the big box store too, huh? Look at
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, it is. Yep. Not in it to rip you off.
But I see some jitterbugs back there hiding behind the Rebels.
Yeah, oh yeah, jitterbugs. There's the good old red and white.
That's a nice old school color there, man.
Yeah, that's a tried and true one there, buddy.
You got a couple of red and whites, yep.
Yeah, along with the black one. I don't have any more black. That's a frogger. No, that's a perch.
Yeah, it's an old school perch. I like that. See, it's still out of the black. That's the indicator.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the
big
weak
rebel
roll.
cramp. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Yeah.
So you got a boatload of Rebels. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're less expensive. That's why I handle them. Compared to the Rapalas and stuff, they're less expensive. And they're not any better. You know what I mean? They all catch fish. The trout magnet's a really good one.
Yeah, okay.
That's a real good one there. And they're affordable. That's why I keep them. You know, a Rapala would be $10, $25 or so, you know. So, yeah, if you have them in your box, you're good shape. Catch about everything.
So we've only covered about 5 feet of the store. We've been here half an hour. So how long does the average customer hang out here at B&L?
Just depends. Some of them like to BS because I do too, but usually in and out pretty quick. If there's a crowd, there's times there's 20 people in here waiting in line. So I'm glad to have some help when it's busy season.
And get them grandkids working. How old are the grandkids?
They go from 3 to 16. I got 5 of them, yeah.
So they work in the store yet?
Yep. Yeah, my granddaughter right here, she can run it by herself pretty much. Her name's Evian. I can just let her go and she can run it. She's 10 years old. She can add the slips in her head and everything. But this is her first fly caught trout when she was 9.
All right, so I think we're talking about spending a little bit more time up here next year, but look at all the trout stuff. You got the rods. I mean, you could go through. And how many flies did you say that you have here?
Over 400 choices on flies, and it covers bass fishing and trout fishing, and musky fishing, pike fishing, flies, big stuff.
Yeah, so you got basically. And where do you get all these flies?
Stone Creek and Lively Leg Fly Company. I deal with them. They're big. I sell a lot of Lively Leg flies, and it's basically Stone Creek and Lively Legs. So I do. They're local boys too, right out.
Oh, so this is all.
Right.
Oh, look at the organization. So you
Yeah.
got to spend some time. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, there's hundreds of them. So Lively Legs is out of Ford City, which is they're close by, and there's their signature fly. It's called the Double Trouble.
You got to get the readers to tie that on because I could not tie that on. There's no way.
2 sets of legs. See the legs?
Oh, yeah.
That's their signature. And then they so that's called a Double Trouble.
I love it.
Yep. Tied on a tungsten bead with competition jig hook. That thing goes straight to the bottom. Yeah. So, yeah, I got hundreds of them to choose from.
I love the skin mounts. Are these all fish you caught?
My grandkids, all but the native. Or, no, I'm sorry, my son and daughter. This is my daughter's. She was probably 8, and I think she's 38 now, so that mount's over 30 years old.
And then you got this
my son,
good-looking bluegill. So where do you get the skin mounts done?
Rick Flick's Taxidermy. Real good friend of mine. One of the only guys that still does a skin mount. Yeah.
Because the skin mount's got a different look to it.
Yeah, the big bass. That's my daughter's, yeah.
That's great.
So, but yeah, skin mount, and they hold up like a ton, so... They're over 30 years old, these mounts hanging in here. So that says a lot to his work. So it does. But yeah, there's too much to look at.
I love it.
Full line of waders, as I said before. So.
Oh yeah, so if we come back, so that's it. So you can literally just, I won't bring any gear. I'll just come with my checkbook.
Yeah. Yeah, I got them from small clear up to triple X. And all the boots that go with, and some real fine fishing packs and nets. And after 11 years, I weeded the junk out. I know what people want, and I know what's not good. Because like I keep Fluger and Lew's reels. Those are the top 2 reels to me that don't give me trouble. Mm-hmm. So I keep them. And a little more expensive, but they last you a lifetime. So
I love it.
If you take care of them.
What's this?
A net holder.
Oh, okay.
Goes on your belt, and then this screws to your net, and it clicks in with a magnetic holder and holds your net on your pack or on your belt. A Lively Leg feature.
And is this? So where was this company again? There's been some.
Ford City.
So that might not be something national. So
no.
So I might want to grab that then, because that's a good looking little deal there.
Yeah, it is nice, and it keeps your net in place. You can wear it on your back, your pack, your side, your wader, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
So you could do that not just for trout though. Like you probably do all kinds of stuff with that.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it just detaches when you.
Yeah, it just slides. This part would slide in here and lock. There's a magnet on it right there. Then there's a lanyard to it. Then. They give you the end to screw in your net, and then and then the lanyard. Of course, this has it in, so this would come off. That lanyard would go on, and then hooks here.
Yep.
And then this you would screw to the side of your net, whatever side you want it. So then it's gonna stay out of your road.
But you got the quality stuff though. That's cool. So you're not just like didn't get the cheapest. You clearly don't just buy the cheapest thing.
No.
You're getting the stuff that people actually are going to use and not come back with it broken in a week.
That's right. Exactly. Beautiful style and looks good. A fly fisherman has to look good, like a golfer.
See, I'm a bass fisher. We don't worry about that. So wait, so what do you have for the kids?
Little knick-knack stuff for them to look for when they come in. It keeps them busy, like a dwarf hanging on the light.
So hold on. Yep, there he is.
Yep. Ladybug on the light. I think the most famous thing is the fishing squirrel hiding on top of the refrigerator.
I've been here 45 minutes. I didn't see him. But there he is.
It's red or fox squirrel fishing in the minnow tank.
Look at that guy. Just hanging out. I love it.
The steel rods were an antenna off of the old army trucks, and they just put eyes on it. That was an antenna off of one of the army vehicles.
That looks like my current setup. That's a beaut.
Yeah, that's cool. There you go. Here's even a cooler one.
Wait a minute. What is that?
Jeep antenna from the military. Instead of throwing them away, they purposed them in the rods.
What the heck?
Grab that thing.
Here, hold on. You hold it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it'd have been clear to the floor.
Not much backbone, but you're not going to break it.
No, but
Have you fished with that?
no, never. But that's what that is. Antenna off of an Army Jeep.
Oh my goodness.
And that was a company, but there's no name on the thing nowhere on who did that.
There's no name. It's only about a 10-pound rod too,
Yeah.
huh? What's your favorite old school lure, or lure that you grew up fishing with that you still use today?
Wow, that's a good question. Huh. It'd probably be a caddis fly. Yeah, elk hair caddis fly. Probably the one that I fish the most. It's a go-to. And if I live bait fish, it's a live minnow. I like to fish a live minnow on a fly rod. Yeah, we do a lot of bait fishing with a fly rod. That's how we grew up, with a fly rod. They didn't fly fish, but that's all you had was a fly rod. So you learned to fish a night crawler, minnow, waxworm on a fly rod. That's how we did these little streams. Everybody used a fly rod. Nobody had spinning reels. So, yeah.
And if you're throwing a little bait, that kind of makes sense, right? Because it's tough to cast that
Yep.
without, obviously a bobber may not look as natural.
Right, exactly. No better way to present any kind of bait in the world than a fly rod. There's no better way, period. Live bait or fake bait, there's no better presentation than a fly rod. I'm mainly a trout guy, but basically anything that bites. I like to fish for catch anything, that doesn't matter. I'm happy to catch a creek chub if I go fly fishing, if the trout aren't biting. So, with the kids, at whatever bites, we like to just fish, get outside. So, I tell my grandkids that tackle box beats the Xbox any day. So, they need to be outside. And that's what this is for, to get people outside instead of in the house. Spend family time together. Yeah, I'm the richest poor man you ever see in your life because of my family. Makes me a millionaire. So, I got a wonderful family, and that's all that matters.
Fishing it old school, this old stuff rules. Welcome to Retro Bassin'.